So I'm out again looking for proboscis monkeys. Isn't this a lovely place? We're told the best time to see proboscis monkeys is early morning or the early evening when they come down to the mangroves to feed. It's the late afternoon now. There's a couple of our macaque friends having a grooming session. Oh, here's a sobering thought. Almost all of the macaques that are in captivity or kept as pets carry the herpes B virus. That's encouraging, isn't it? I suppose it's probably to get their own back because they are used extensively in animal testing. Poor things. There, you can see that from the makeup this one's wearing. Just another look. Yep, very nice. Little youngster there. Yep, this one definitely got out of the lab with the samples. Look at that eyeshadow. After a good deal of patience, sitting around and being quiet, finally rewarded. Having to use the zoom a lot, they're a long way away, but here we are. The proboscis monkey. It gets its name because of its nose. Now the adult males might have one as big as 7 inches long, and the belief is the bigger the nose, the more chance they've got of attracting females. The nose actually has a practical use, and that if the monkey has to shout, the nose acts as a resonator, so that's quite handy. Years ago the Malays used to call this the Dutch monkey, or sometimes just the Dutchman, because Indonesians used to think that the Dutch colonisers often had big bellies and big noses. So, sorry Dutch people, but you know, it's not, I didn't make it up, I'm just passing it on. Just like the silverleaf monkeys, the proboscis monkey lives mainly on leaves. So that big tummy there, that is a 3-chambered stomach, which again can break down the cellulose from the leaves. Unlike the silverleaf monkey though, these guys can swim, and in fact they found one once almost a mile out at sea. Don't think he was a very bright proboscis monkey, but they can swim.
Hello, there's loads of proboscis monkeys around now. There's about 6 or 7. I'm trying to film them all, and every now and again I go trying to sound like one, see if they come down and say hello. I think I might be upside down.
I hope this chap's splayed posture isn't in any way related to me trying out the mating calls. Oh dear me. So yeah, there you are, you're a proboscis monkey, you've got your great big nose and your big fat multi-chambered stomach, and you attract your females. There's you, there's a few females, there's the infants, that's your group. Unlike the silverleaf monkeys, both male and female proboscis monkeys are free to leave the groups and go into other groups, so presumably this would make their gene pool stronger. Despite this, the proboscis monkey is in serious decline. In the late 70s there were believed to be around 6,500 still living in the wild in Borneo, which incidentally is the only place in the world you actually find these creatures in the wild. The census in 2006 showed the number had fallen to less than 1,000. They don't really have any problems with predators, they don't have too much territorial difficulty. The thing that's changing is there's less and less suitable habitat for them to live in. Their homes are being chopped down and sold. Gadzooks I say, and not lightly. Look what I spotted up the top of the tree in the middle of the day. It shouldn't be out. This is a nocturnal creature. It's called a colugo, or flying lemur. It doesn't fly and it isn't a lemur, so why did they call it that? It's the most successful of the gliding mammals because it's got the maximum amount of membrane in between its limbs. It can glide up to 70 metres in one go with very little loss of height. It's quite happy hanging under a branch, but ironically it can't climb up trees very well because it doesn't have opposable thumbs, so it kind of hops up the trees in little jumps. It's a very shy creature, it's nocturnal, so I'm very proud to have seen it. You only find these chaps in the wild in the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia. And guess what? Yep, the numbers are down, dwindling fast. Like the proboscis monkey, this is officially a threatened species. This beautiful, harmless herbivore is having its habitat destroyed, chopped down and sold. The colugo.
I've got up very early this morning to come down to this place where yesterday at dusk I saw many proboscis monkeys, because this is meant to be another good time of the day to see them when they wake up. But I haven't seen one yet. I saw a butterfly, and I saw a little squirrel, really little squirrel, up the top of a tree, and things were dropping. I don't know if it was shucks from things he was eating, or if it was his nuts, or if it was squirrel poo. But I thought, aha, something's dropping those things. I'll wait for a few more minutes for these proboscis. I suppose that's the plural, isn't it? Proboscis, proboscis. Sounds Latin. When I got to school, they just stopped doing Latin. Don't know why. And one of the really outstanding things about Malaysian tourism is receptions just seem to open at 9 or 10 or whenever they get up. So I locked myself out this morning, and my keys in the room with my glasses and my tripod. So any filming I do today will be interesting. I'm just watching a proboscis monkey.
I'm doing my best. I haven't got my tripod. I'm trying to wedge myself against a tree and be quiet at the same time. Oh, that big tummy. The bigger the nose, the older the monkey usually. So that one's a youngish one. Oh. Wonderful, wonderful creatures. Oh, hello. Now we're on the moon. What's happened here then? Blimey.
You may recall my concern about the word trek. I think I finally worked it out. Here's what I would define, how I define a trek. A trek is where you're in difficult stuff and you've got to go up bits with bits of wood. I mean trees, you know, creepers, branches, things you have to negotiate. I'm now doing a walk. Look, you see, this is definitely walking. You just have to walk, no trekking involved. So that's how I think of it. The other thing is it gets really confusing, so as you go around the world people have different words for the same things. So for example, when I was in New Zealand visiting my friend, she had a book on her bookcase shelf, and it was called 101 Great Tramps. And of course I assumed it was all about those poor people who sharpen knives for a living and live in monasteries where they can, or you sometimes find them dead in a hedge. But a tramp in New Zealand is a walk. So tramp, trek, walk, stroll, I don't know. Another element when walking is this, a boardwalk. So this must be called board walking, as opposed to, Mum, can we go home now? Why? Because I'm bored walking. Not that sort of bored. Much different vegetation here. I mean, this reminds me of Bracknell in Berkshire for some reason. Oh look, more groovy landscapes. I don't know how this is formed, but it's really good, isn't it? It's really impressive and strange. Like me, I'm impressive and strange. Trombone. Would you like to see a close-up? Yes, please, we'd like to see a close-up. Okay, here we go. Look, that's what it's like when it's closer up. We are very close to our destination, which is, I think it's called Kecil, or Kecil, or Kecil, or something like that. Beach. K-E-C-I-L. Oh, they're funny bits, look. They're like mountains for... Oh, as a kid, played with my soldiers. I would have had such fun. I'd have all the cowboys here, and 5th the cavalry there, French troops over there, a couple of Japanese troops over there, English troops over there, and probably a giant Dalek. A giant Dalek there. See, this is why we've come down here, to look at these great rocks. And those ones for playing soldiers, look, I just found there's a whole, I don't know what you call it, a field of them. Isn't that extraordinary? It's like a giant cauliflower that's gone wrong or something. I have never, ever seen anything like that.
Here we are, Kecil Beach. I hope that's how you say it. Look, just a really pretty little bay. And do you know what? There's nobody else here. There's nobody walking on the... There's nobody. It's just me and this place. And now all I've got to do is find out how you get down there. Oh, blimey.